All right, much appreciated, Coach, as we welcome all of you to our exclusive coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Coming up, it's Divisional Round Saturday, and we've got an AFC battle on tap between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Houston Texans. The first of 4 berths in the conference championships on the line here as divisional weekend in the NFL is underway. That'll be taken in the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line.
Let's go. We're set. 19. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. You ain't line him up.
The first carry now. This is Johnson. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance. A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Now a first carry for Lamar Miller. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. That time on the outside, pretty nice job as a cornerback to shed any would-be blockers and make the tackle.
And think about the praise we're giving him, what his coaches have given, but how about the respect he gets from his teammates to be a complete corner who doesn't just cover receivers, but also tackles ball carriers.
Check 55, Mike. Watch the pass. Watch the pass. Here we go. Here we go. Check the backer. Check the backer.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Watson. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. Jeffrey Simmons busting through to get him for a loss of 6. Following the sack, it's now 3rd and long for Watson and the Texans.
Mike 52. Time to go.
3rd and long. It's Watson. And the pressure gets to him again.
Well, this is what happens when you get behind the chains, as people like to say. When you have obvious passing situations, hard to vary it up and fool a defense.
And you hate those situations if you're an O-lineman, right?
Oh, without a doubt, because you just know they're coming, and you never know exactly how. They can be exotic in their blitzes, or their athletic ability just takes over.
So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. first carry now for the Memphis man, Darrell Henderson. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. The Steeler first down on the pick. Up of 11 yards.
A gain of 11 on the play. First
line of scrimmage, the 37 on first and 10.
Take, exit. Right here, 41 Mike. 41's coming, 41's the Mike.
They'll go back to Henderson on first down. And he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on run downs. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
No spacing. Motion. 41's the Mike. 41's.
Here's Roethlisberger. It's caught by Davis. Now Davis fumbles it. And the Texans say they have it. They do. Well, he did what he's known for. He made the catch, then he turned into a runner, took the contact, and coughed it up.
And all I remember as a player, when they catch the ball, when those acrobatic guys catch it, you have to make them pay sometimes. You have to put it on them, big tackle, knock the ball free. Anything you can do to slow them down.
Steps away to it, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Terrell Edmonds comes flying in from safety for the sack, and that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. It's complete to Hopkins. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a first down. A first down carry now for Miller. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it. So those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
Check Mike 54. Mike 54. All day. Hey, 59.
From the 30 on second down, Watson being chased out left. He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down.
The best quarterbacks that ever played the game all wanted to blend in with their teammates and be one of the guys. But sometimes you got to take modesty and put it aside. You're the franchise quarterback, the face of the team, and the guy that leads them to victory. You have to get down and protect yourself and not take hits like that.
Watson going to pull back the handoff and keep it himself. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Too far downfield, something those linemen have to watch out for, and that time it costs them. The 22 is the line to gain here on 3rd down.
Check 52 the Mike. Check. Now, Larry. Come on, D. Little Mike 52, Mike 52.
From the gun, here's Watson. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 22. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Now this one complete to Corey Davis. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be third down. So they don't get anything out of that completion. I guess when you roll out of the pocket like he did there to the left, if you're going to throw it, you better gain some yardage.
Now, can you just hear the old school coaches right now? You threw it for no yards? They don't want the ball in the air unless something positive is going to happen downfield. In that case, they'd rather have the quarterback try and run it himself. Just take care of the ball. If nothing else, just slide and get down.
No score after one on EA Sports. Steeler football here to begin quarter number 2. They'll need to convert a 3rd and 7, though, to start things out.
230.
From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. Well, the two men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now, and I'm going to take it into the basketball.
Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. Jeffrey Simmons able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Defense went 3-4. They got some push from the inside.
And this is something in a 3-4 you don't normally get, because the nose tackle who got the sack, he's usually responsible or ends up getting double-teamed and sometimes triple-teamed. How about him working his way back and putting the big guy on the ground?
Another try after the first down sack. Watson. It's complete to Fuller. Well, that's good for a first down. There's a guy who went over 1,000 yards receiving in the regular season, and now he's got his first catch of the playoffs. They'll run on first down. It's Miller. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Watson with a give to Miller. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is going to gang up on the run and set them down.
You gonna see me in your nightmares, son. You gonna see me in your nightmares. 26. 52. Man, I got you. Man, I got you. Fine, let's go.
Watson on 3rd down. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. They are going for it. Here's Watson. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown. So they go on fourth down. Not only do they not get it, it turns into 6 points the other way. Disastrous.
And many people think you should just go ahead and knock it down in that situation. Turn it over for the offense. But I had a defensive coordinator recently tell me, we see that as a passive play. We don't do that anymore. We want the ball in our hands, and we want to head the other way.
It's probably also instinct a lot of times. If you see a lot of green grass ahead of you, go ahead and grab it.
It's the exact right play to do. That's knowing when to break the rules and when to make a play that maybe you hadn't been taught.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. The former first-round pick, Vernon Hargraves, the one who was there defensively. So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Back to throw, Watson. And he's got the completion to Hopkins. And he is out of bounds right around the 34. That's good for a Texan first down, a 12-yard pickup. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Watson going to give this one to Miller. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled him up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
On second down, here's Miller. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Exactly what they needed right there because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Watson going to pull back the handoff and keep it himself. He finds his man Johnson. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39.
When you lose that kind of yardage on a pass play, you often expect it to be a sack. But that wasn't the case there. They completed the pass. Probably would have been better off just dropping the football and making an incompletion as opposed to catching it and losing that kind of yardage.
Now on 2nd and 16, Watson. He finds Hopkins complete. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. 16 yards, a first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Watson now 6 of 10 in this first half. He's got his guys a first down here. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 10 yards there, good enough for a Texan first down. He's obviously a bit of a shorter running back. Sometimes when he goes up the middle like that, he gets lost in there and then he pops out for 10, 20 yards.
I actually asked NFL linebackers if that was true. Do you actually lose sight of some of the smaller running backs? And all of them confirmed that that can be a problem. Think of it this way. 2 of the top running backs in NFL history, Emmitt Smith, Barry Sanders, both 5'10".
We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
And when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. They'll run with Miller. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. The Texans on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Miller. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
It's interesting going into this game. There was so much talk from both sides about who would control the line of scrimmage. I think we've seen who has it in this one so far.
Well, they bottled him up. He's barely averaging over 3 yards a carry right now. They'll run. It's Miller. And he's got the 1st down as he gets it to the 8. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it with Miller. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
On 2nd and goal, Watson, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this 1st half. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? Watson now to throw. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down.
Well, partner, nothing comes open here, so he decides to escape out of there, and he doesn't pick up a 1st down, but he does gain additional yardage to set up a possible field goal attempt if they decide to go that route.
For the field goal, a 28-yard attempt.
Fairbairn able to put this one through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So, yes, they'll still be down going into intermission, but the deficit is now made even smaller, very manageable.
Yeah, and if nothing haywire happens here in his last couple of precious seconds, they will go into the locker room with a nice bounce in their step, having gotten a little bit closer on the scoreboard.
So it's on to halftime of this AFC divisional round matchup as we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports halftime report. Take it away, Coach. Win or go home, that's the name of the game, and we're back underway with the 2nd half of this AFC divisional round. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone. And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. 2nd down, it's Henderson. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. A gain of 13, it's a 1st down.
Right here, 41 Mike. Big stop, D. Big stop. Let's go. 41's coming. 41's the Mike. Hey, here I come.
Hey, alert. Hey, Haywood.
Mike 41, Mike 41.
On 1st and 10, it's Roethlisberger. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40.
Alert!
Now Roethlisberger. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. Markevious Mingo able to get him for a loss of about 3. So the sack, and now a 3rd and long situation for the Steelers and Ben Roethlisberger. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And that will be incomplete. So it would appear they will not be able to add to their lead on this opening drive in the second half.
Yeah, if another touchdown was scored there, now we're talking about a 2-score game, and they're probably on their way of creating an excellent gap between them and their pursuers. But how about the defense there, able to step up and keep themselves in this one?
Barry on to punt as he gets this one away. And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally, because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
Yeah, they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the 3rd quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. From the 22, Watson. Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. Cameron Hayward in there to record another sack, and that is now 6 on the afternoon for this defensive unit.
Hey, Mike 52, Mike 52. Hey, pick it up, defense. Mike 52, Mike 52. Hey.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. Open man is QT, complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Call that a very strong gain of 24. The first down carry here for Johnson. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Throwing on 2nd down. Watson. Buying time to his left. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
This is Johnson. He's got it. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 44-yard line.
There are a lot of tough routes to try and cover. When you see a runner come out of the backfield and run this angle route, looks like they're going to the flat, and then they put their foot in the ground and cut back sharply inside, not easily covered, and then when they catch it, good momentum built up by them as well.
And able to pick up the first. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That good for 22 and a first down. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Now it's Miller. And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done. Down to the 15 from the 21.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Miller will get it. He has been busy today. Man, this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. On 3rd down, Watson dancing to his left. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
No doubt that's a very good play defensively right there, because you've always got to be aware that he can take off and make a big play with his legs. How about the way they were able to contain him? That also tells me the coverage was excellent downfield.
The kick by Fairbairn is good. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. So a decent drive there to start the third quarter. They only salvaged 3 out of it, but they inch a bit closer.
Yeah, but still lots of time to go in this one. That's why you hear that clapping on the sidelines, right? Hey, got some points. As you said, inching their way back in. Time left to go out and get that victory.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Now Roethlisberger on 1st down. He's going to loft one deep left side here. That's caught inside the 20. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Brandon Cooks, 75 yards. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. Boswell good with the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And a methodical drive last time, but they couldn't get that knockout blow. They had to settle for 3.
But you got to like what they've been doing along the way, right? It's almost like the body blows, the setup punch. As you said, they didn't get the knockout blow here, but that doesn't mean it can't come later in the game on another possession. And the defense...
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Josh Jones. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45. Henderson now on 1st and 10. He's got the 1st down here inside the 30. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Darrell Henderson, 44 yards. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. He has been an integral part of the offense all season, and now in the playoffs he's carrying it over. Had the touchdown last week in the wild card game. Now his 2nd TD of the playoffs.
Showing some consistency, and that's something that we have to keep in mind about the playoffs, because we often think you have to be spectacular in order to win. I think consistent is what you're looking for. That can get you to the finish line.
This fielded a few yards in. Now a hit and a loose football. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And they will finally stop him, but a great return gets that football all the way down to the 16-yard line. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. On 1st down, it's Henderson. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. 1 quarter remains for the right to advance to the AFC title game. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. They run once more with Henderson. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Darrell Henderson, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. Well, after their wild card round game last week, you and I said, wow, they played pretty well. Maybe they got a shot at keeping this one close. They've done more than keep this one close.
Yeah, they've made quite a statement, haven't they? And I don't know if it was the week off that hurt this defense, but they've been flat from the get-go. And that's always a coach's fear. Okay, you earn the open week, but you wonder how they'll respond with that extra time off.
And it seems like they've been running uphill all game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And last time, one-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
On first down, Watson. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their fourth pick of the game. Instead, second down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the...
And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. Picked off near the 42. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line.
Mike, 55. Check, 55. Mike. Watch the slip.
They'll run on first down. Henderson. Fighting through, and he's got space. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. That good for 19 at a first down. I tell you, they didn't give it to him much through the first three quarters, but when they have, he's been efficient. Maybe they ride him more here down the stretch.
Yeah, I'm not sure it was actually in the game plan for him to have as few carries as he has, but it might play out really well for them now. As you noted, they want to ride him down the stretch. He should have fresh legs.
Here's Henderson. And an alley to run. He's got the first down inside the 10. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Darrell Henderson saving his best for the playoffs with his third touchdown of the game. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. Extra point now by Boswell. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Texans take over first and 10 at their own 25.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Now they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. So the big play gets him across midfield now for first and 10. Out of the gun, Watson. He's letting this one go for Fuller. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost. Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
If they want it first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on third down. Play action for Miller. Now Watson. He's got Fuller. That's good for a Texan first down, a 12-yard pickup.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Johnson, and he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up second. On second and 15 now. Watson looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Fuller. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. To throw is Watson. Steps away to his left. And that will be caught, but out of the end zone, says the field judge. It's ruled incomplete. Looked like some hands both ways. They got it on the offense.
Sometimes there's a fine line between being the receiver and the DB, and he knocked that one away. Might have caused an incompletion that could have been an interception.
Here's another first and goal, but from a little further back this time following the penalty. A shotgun snap for Watson. That is caught. Hopkins for the Texans touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins there to make the grab. And the Texans cut into that lead.
I wonder if he changed anything on his play sheet or they just executed better. Because they had two previous drives that ended in field goals. Before this one, they finally were able to put into the end zone.
Well, whatever he did, speaking of the offensive coordinator, might be using that formula going forward. It worked there.
Yeah, it worked very well. He and his field general in pretty good sync right now. They're starting to move the ball well.
That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. All of a sudden, they have quite a bit of breathing room. This was a one-score game. Fought touchdowns on their last two drives, and now comfort is here, so to speak.
It certainly is for them. I've been in this situation before on the flip side of this. And all that's going on there is a little bit of finger pointing. Hey, what's going on? How can we stop them? Can someone make a play to try and stop this momentum?
Well, they're going to be ball hawking because they need a turnover on that other side. Here's Henderson. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with two remaining. We'll be back after this.
All right, now, 2:30.
Defense wins championships, baby.
On third down, here's Henderson. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. Now the Texans will use one of their two remaining timeouts. That's going to be their second. They'll be left with one more plus the 2-minute warning. And we'll be back. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. Here's Jones on the return. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now.
And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. Jeffrey Simmons able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his third sack of the afternoon. After the sack on first down, Watson trying to lay one up deep. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. They face a third down now as they try to find a late score. Now it's Watson. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long, why are you calling play action?
Yeah, because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking. But to me, it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and it leads to a play action sack. Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it, and it's picked up by the Steelers. And his guys will take over at the 14-yard line in the red zone.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, you say an afternoon to forget. Absolutely. Look at this, a tight end carry. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defense is talking about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Again, it's Henderson. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. So they stay alive in the NFL playoffs, move on to the conference championship. And do you think that the printing press is starting to get those T-shirts and hats ready, my friend?
They have to, Brandon. They have to be ready, because if you win, you've got to hand those out on the field right away. And just think about the pressure for the players now. Families are going to be talking about tickets to the Super Bowl even before you play the conference championship game.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. So long from Houston.